60 Minutes Overtime.
Let me show you something.
Oh man, here it goes.
Come on in. After you, Charlie.
Oh my God. They teed it up. This is going to be a surprise. And so I'm anticipating a surprise. And I have no idea. I've tried to guess it and they said no, 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 no. So I thought, what could it be?
I thought maybe it was some kind of like Amazon news kind of thing, you know, that they thought maybe Charlie would be interested in. I'm Natalie Summer, and I'm an associate producer at 60 Minutes. We start with the interview, and Bezos said, "You'll never guess what it is." He said, "In fact, if you can guess what it is, then you're very lucky, and I will give you half my fortune and send you to Vegas with it."
And they were like, "You're never going to guess. You're never going to guess." And it's like, okay. I'm Dragan Mihailovich, and I'm a producer at 60 Minutes. Okay, they're going to probably, and there was a bit of skepticism, amongst the group, particularly with me,
How great can this be?
How great can this be? No one expected octocopters.
We've never shown anybody before.
Yeah.
After you, Charlie.
Did you know what it was?
No, I had no idea what its purpose was at first glance. I mean, it would look like mini helicopters to me, which is in fact what it is. But they're directed, there's nobody there piloting the helicopter. They're directed by GPS.
What's the big idea here?
Big idea is half-hour delivery. You order something, and within half an hour, you're going to have a drone land on your front porch, drop off a little box, and then off it goes.
It seems to me that what they are at Amazon, they want to sell everything to everybody around the world as fast as possible. I mean, just think about all these little drones flying around.
It's out of the Jetsons. It's like, it's crazy stuff. They're called octocopters, because the 8 blades.
So if you have a total failure of one of these motors, the vehicle can still operate?
It looks like something that Spielberg would come up with. There's like these little, they're almost like these giant tarantulas or something that are, painted yellow with Amazon Prime Air splashed on them, with like a little bucket, below, which is the box that they're going to deliver your goods in.
I know this looks like science fiction. It's not.
It actually flew out of this building?
This is real. Not out of this building, out of a fulfillment center.
The fulfillment center is basically a distribution center.
Charlie, take one.
We went to one in Richmond, Virginia, about the size of more than 20 football fields. Everything is done with algorithms. It's just the sound that you hear nonstop other than rolling conveyor belts is beep. Scanners. Beep. Let's say you and Silvio, you've ordered 4 or 5 items. Put them in the yellow bins. They all go in the conveyor belt. So then they pack it. There's a barcode. There's your address. So your box will be going along, and all of a sudden these two, they look like hockey pucks. They call them shoes for whatever reason. All of a sudden they'll come out and they'll shove your box down the chute because that's going to go to your address. And it's around the clock, 24 hours.
It's a symphony of people. It's a symphony of software. It's a symphony of robots now are starting to put in place.
So within a few years, if you live in a big metro area that's
Right.
somewhere near a fulfillment center, there are going to be drones whizzing through the air, dropping off packages at everybody's houses.
That seems to be the idea. I mean, it's going to be a brave new world.
The hardest challenge in making this happen is going to be demonstrating to the standards of the FAA that this is a safe thing to do. I don't want anybody to think this is just around the corner. This is years of additional work from this point.
But years means 5, 10.
I'm an optimist, Charlie. 4, 5 years? I think so.
Everybody wants to know, how are you going to do this in New York City?
Wow.
Do you think they can pull it off? It might seem to some people this is sort of a crazy dream.
Yes. I mean, if I had to bet on pulling it off versus not pulling it off, I'd bet on pulling it off. Everything has not been a success at Amazon, but the successes far outweigh the failures.
Could I order some dog food for my dogs, please?
Google has jumped on the delivery by drone bandwagon. Google's Project Wing is a 5-foot-wide single-wing prototype, which has carried supplies from candy bars to cattle vaccines. The rush to the skies comes despite the fact that commercial drone use is mostly banned in the US. Amazon demonstrated Prime Air last year, and Domino's are experimenting with its Domicopter. Amazon has acknowledged that regulatory approval could take several years.
Project Wing aspires to take another big chunk of the remaining friction out of moving things around in the world.
Experts have questioned legality of operating drones within homeowners' airspace and raised insurance issues. But the FAA is considering changes to the regulations, although it is moving carefully due to the potentially dangerous technology.
It's years from a product, but it is sort of the first prototype that we want to stand behind.
Brian Tong here, and welcome to Googlealicious. It's all the Google that we can pack into a show each week, so let's get to it. And the past week has been dominated by holiday sales and Cyber Monday, but one of the coolest stories that surfaced was Amazon's big reveal on 60 Minutes that they've been testing octocopter package delivery drones that might someday get a package to you within 30 minutes. Now, before you skeptics attack the idea, it's a concept Amazon's testing that still requires Federal Aviation Administration approval and is something that could happen in the next, let's say, 4 to 5 years. So what does this have to do with Google? Well, Google has also been working on a local delivery service of their own called Google Shopping Express that's being tested in the Bay Area with same-day delivery from retailers like Target, Staples, and Toys R Us. Now, in the long run, Google plans to use their own self-driving cars for delivery, and flying drones have also been discussed as a means of delivery as well. Now, all these ideas are being fleshed out of their Google X Lab, which is their secret facility that works on future technologies or big ideas like Google Glass and their driverless car that are the offspring of the Google X project. So put all these things together, and it looks like Amazon and Google will be directly competing with each other in the retail drone delivery wars. And also Jeff Bezos, that laugh. I don't like that. Okay, I've heard it enough. All right, Amazon's also getting a little boost in the press for their Kindle Fire HDX 7-inch tablet after DisplayMate, a company that specializes in display testing and calibration, gave top marks to the Kindle HDX 7, calling its display almost magical, with the Nexus 7 taking second and the Retina iPad mini taking a distant third. Now, the Kindle Fire HDX 7 was applauded for being the first tablet to use quantum dots technology. It produces highly saturated primary colors for LCDs, similar to those produced by OLED displays that increase the color gamut to 100% and improves power efficiency at the same time. Now, DisplayMate says the tech will revolutionize LCDs for the next 5+ years. And Amazon takes a page from its competitors, going directly after Apple with its latest ad, pitting the Kindle Fire HDX 8.9 against the iPad Air, and even mocks Johnny Ive. Take a look.
This new iPad Air is astonishingly light.
The new Kindle Fire is actually 20% lighter.
Yes, but the iPad is only $4.99.
The Kindle's only $3.79.
I see.
Oh, snap! Now, I don't know if you guys have been paying attention lately, but Amazon is positioning itself as the next great tech company with its hardware offerings, content ecosystem, and its biggest differentiator, price. Also, talking about prices, Cyber Monday has always been the biggest online shopping day, but it didn't come without its casualties. Motorola was offering $150 off the Moto X, including developer editions and unlocked models. The problem, their site was down for pretty much the entire day. Hashtag sad face. Now, in some quick software update news, KitKat and Sense 5.5 is now being rolled out to developers and unlocked versions of the HTC One in the US. And AT&T is officially bringing the Android 4.3 update for the Galaxy S4. It's big at around 727 megs, so you'll need to be on Wi-Fi for that. And they've also released a Galaxy Gear update to allow complete compatibility with the S4. And let's stick with Samsung right now.
Good morning. My name is Danny Ellis. I'm the CEO of SkySpecs. Today, there's a whole new industry taking shape right over our heads. In the next 5 years, there's going to be tens of thousands of drones in the sky at any given time in the United States alone. In comparison, there's only over 5,000 commercial airliners in the sky. And over 10 years, it's going to be a $98 billion industry. At SkySpecs, we've developed technology that is going to solve one of the biggest problems in drones today and finally enable companies to unlock their aerial workforce. It'll allow farmers to deploy fleets of drones to precisely monitor their crops and apply pesticides. It'll allow inspectors to closely monitor our aging infrastructure and our new infrastructure like this wind turbine, so that this inspector can keep his feet safely on the ground and get better data faster than ever before. And eventually, it will even allow for faster, cheaper package delivery, medical supply delivery, and even your late night pizza. Today, drones are flying high in the sky and in wide open spaces, but you don't see them in our cities, our neighborhoods, around our bridges, or around our energy infrastructure. They're very challenging to fly in that up-close airspace, close to obstacles that you see every day. Some companies are even trying to fly in this airspace now, and they are crashing everywhere. These drones do not have eyes and a brain, and they are only as capable as the operator on the ground, and they also require one operator for every drone. But SkySpecs is changing that. And today I'm excited to demonstrate to you the first commercially available obstacle avoidance system for small drones. Our product, called Guardian, is a platform-agnostic sensor software suite that automatically detects obstacles in the environment and avoids them. It alters the flight path even if the operator is trying to crash the drone, or if a wind gust comes and pushes it toward the obstacle. The safety distance of the drone is adjustable, and the sensors on board can be changed for a variety of lighting conditions and environments. This short video here shows our first demonstration using a LiDAR system, which is scanning around and locating my partner Tom. As he steps closer to the drone automatically backs away. Now this video is a good demonstration, but the best way to see it is a live flight demonstration. After this vehicle takes off, I'm going to step close to it and it will automatically back away from me.